Hey guys, Sam here. I'm not fucking dead. This video, well, these couple of videos have been recorded for a long time, and obviously these are from last month. Right now, I'm recording this on the 24th of June, and episodes 3 through 6 have been delayed for like over a month. I recently got a new job, and it's been pretty good. But right now, I'm not really gonna get into the details. Thankfully, this is back. This has been bothering me for quite a while. I really want to finish this shit, and I'm here to do it. So, yeah. Let's see here with this fucking awesome deck, which I already changed. Which maybe I'll do a video in the future. I'm not sure. What happened here? So basically, the previous videos I recorded them as they were kind of fresh in my mind, and honestly, right now, I just completely forgot about them. I'm going in completely blind and fresh, but, I know that these are some couple of good-ass fucking matches. The first thing that you will notice is that I am against a 2400 player, and even though it's 2400, it's still not really that good either. I think it starts to ramp up in difficulty maybe at around 2600. People start to make really good moves and shit and start to get, like, a really good understanding of the game. Why am I saying this? Because I am playing right now a couple of matches, in my phone. I just got done playing against a 2700 player, and I am right now at a 2500 rating, which is pretty cool. And still at 2700, people still do a lot of really fucking stupid mistakes. I guess as we watch some of this, because the board setup is pretty, well, I mean, it's not boring, but, it can be a little bit better. Right, so what happens here is that my Articuno gets attacked by the Latias, and right away it turns into a 6v5, which is pretty nice, so I just jump right in. And as we say this, I'll say that I changed my deck a little bit. I changed the Metagross for a Gyarados and, well, the Magikarp and Gyarados combo, and by the way, here I'm pretty fucking sad because my Articuno gets fucked up. Changed the Metagross for a Magikarp and Gyarados combo, as well as changing my Articuno for a Zapdos right as we speak. Today, I opened a time booster and I got an EX Cube, which allowed me to take my Zapdos to 101, which is a perfect counter to Virizion right now. It's so fucking good. Right there I get the stealth hit. I decide to go ahead and do that, and with my Zekrom, I'm just gonna go ahead and surround that shit, make that a 5v4. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Also, I changed my setup a little bit. I got rid of my... and by the way, this faggot has a max revive, but right now I'm also a faggot because what I'm going to say is that I changed up my hurdle jump for a max revive as well. I just really like the idea and, having the versatility of that shit for, kind of having the opportunity to turn a match into, one figure advantage in that shit. So that's pretty nice. That's, like, really, really nice to see. If you are running a Deoxys deck and if you have a max revive, you deserve to get stoned to death. I'm just putting it out there. Because honestly, I mean, a Deoxys deck, in itself, if you play that, it's the gayest fucking thing in the game. And if you lose with a Deoxys deck, you basically deserve to get hanged. I mean, or maybe you should fucking cut yourself, because honestly, losing with the most, I mean, it's not even the best deck in the game. I mean, losing with the most broken deck in the game is just like fucking. I mean, just don't even play and don't even live, for that matter. But why am I saying this is because, obviously, I got the max revive on my own. I really liked it. And right now, I am going to talk about some other shit. So right now, you will see that I have the hurdle jump, which is pretty cool. I know that Articuno can, soar over the Greninja right away. But I just want to put some pressure into that and, make him kind of forget about the fucking... and by the way, this fucking idiot, sees that, no, my fucking thing, and that gives me a free fucking Articuno. Turn that into a 4v3 right away. If you have a fucking legendary bird, obviously go for the advantage of that shit. My Greninja can't really do a lot, against the Dialga. That's Dialga, I'm pretty sure. So, I'm not really gonna go for that. I decided to go for the... entry point. The Chestnut goes for my Metagross. He thankfully lands on the Hyper Beam, which is pretty nice. He can only do one of two things right now, which is move the Genesect or Genesect, whatever. But for some odd fucking reason, I paused there for a little bit, like, okay, dude. So that was really, really nice. I mean, I really, really enjoyed that. And yeah, so far, pretty good game. Let's see, what else do we have here in the bag as I am recording this? You know, I'm going to be recording, by the way, we have the fucking orange thing. I am recording this, and I'm going to record episode 6, you know, right now. But I think it's going to be pretty fucking tight on time. Episode 6 is around 22 minutes long. This one is also around, I mean, oh, never mind, this one is fucking 30. Shit, so, I'm supposed to be, you know, leaving my house in, like, maybe around, let's say 40 minutes tops, going out with the GF. I'm gonna watch a movie. But right now, I just want to get this over with. I mean, I really, really want to get this, you know, out of the way. And by the way, this is already looking like kind of the deck I'm running. I mean, what kind of fucking stupid shit did I say? What I wanted to say that was that I am also carrying, right now, as of recording this, the Magikarp, the Zapdos, and the Sceptile, which is pretty nice. So I'm checking that that guy has a hurdle jump, so I just decided to put my Articuno right there. If that guy, you know, hurdle jumps over my Sceptile into my entry point, I can just cover that. But if the Whimsicott jumps to the middle of my figures, you know, I'm not really going to be able to do that much. So I'm going to have to gold block, which was, you know, in retrospect, it was kind of a bad idea. But yeah, you know, still, I'm able to do that. And right now, he just has to go for either the entry point or some other shit. Otherwise, this guy is going to get surrounded. Pretty sad, but right there, he just decides to, you know, get for that shit. I go for the Metagross just to, you know, buy one extra turn for my Reshiram and Zekrom, which is pretty nice. And, yeah, I mean, this matchup isn't really looking that bad. The only threatening things in his deck are, you know, honestly, just the Sceptile and the Zapdos. I mean, the Mew is pretty good. I don't have a lot of things that suffer against the Mew, so I'm not really scared of it. I mean, if you see a Mew, and if you have the Reshiram Zekrom combo, always go for the Zekrom into the Mew, because, you know, if the Mew lands on the Hypersonic, it's not going to be that bad. I mean, you can potentially knock it out with either of your attacks, and obviously don't overdrive it. So right there, I get the lucky 1%. So that was so fucking cool. Right here, okay, so he's going to go for the Sceptile. That's pretty, you know, that's pretty fucking ridiculous. Right now, I just decide to back up, you know, to back 2 spaces up, because obviously I don't want to get surrounded by that shit. I could have set something else up, but I didn't really feel like it. Right there, I go for the super fucking unlucky roll, and I'm like, peace, right? That's just so fucking sad. Guy still has the gold block, double chance, and X attack, which is what I recommend you guys run. Right here, let's see. I would potentially go for the Magikarp, since obviously I can land on the fly, and, you know, there's not going to be a lot of things that, you know, this guy can do. But what's going to happen is I believe he's going to gold block, because, you know, obviously he doesn't really have any other choice. I mean, the Magikarp doesn't really have any fucking thing. And right there, I get, you know, I'm able to get my overdrive, which is pretty sexy. Oh, never mind, I didn't do that. But, you know, check it out. So this fucking idiot lands the Cotton Guard, and I'm like, oh, this is so sad. I could make a pretty funny joke about, you know, Cotton and, you know, all that shit, but I'm pretty sure. You know, I don't even think my videos, you know, I haven't really checked my fucking monetization in so long, because, you know, YouTube has, you know, just gone down the priority list by so fucking much. But yeah, you know, I was gonna say a funny Cotton joke, but, you know, I guess I just fucking skip it because it's way too obvious. So I do land on the fly, since I don't really want to do that, but, you know, I'm like, okay, that was a fucking stupid-ass mistake, because now the fucking Latios is going to be able to surround the Zekrom, and I'm not... Oh, okay, never mind, so I guess this guy's a fucking idiot. So check it out. What do I do right around here? Okay, apparently fucking nothing. You know, I just back up with my Zekrom, because obviously I didn't really want any of that shit. You know, what do you call that? The Latios could have potentially surrounded that shit and made that a 4v5, which was already going to be pretty sad. So let's see, what do I get here? Another unlucky fucking roll, and yeah, that's not too great. You know, in retrospect, let's see. I would have potentially gotten for... Oh, there we go, and, you know, it doesn't really matter if you beat Latios or Latias with your Zekrom and, you know, their Fusion or Flash Flare. I mean, they're Fusion Flare, I think they're called. Because honestly, you know, if you knock it out, it's the same fucking effect, so it doesn't really matter. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so let's see. What do I do here? I overdrive this shit, and I'm like, okay, please do some fucking thing. And so fucking unlucky. That is so sad. I'm like, okay, what the fuck do I do now? Thankfully, I have both of my entry points open. So right now, I'm gonna go for the Greninja, go on the offensive. Hopefully, you know, I do still have a Metagross, even though I don't really have, you know, my Gold Block anymore. So I decide to put the Greninja in there just in case, you know, I have to do some crazy shit, because I do still have a Hurdle Jump, I'm pretty sure. And right now, this is pretty good. If my Metagross wins, fuck, dude. Okay. So what happens? Fucking Metagross. Okay, and I'm like, oh shit, dude. Is this over? Is this over? Please do fucking something, dude. So, you know, I think at this point it's just pretty much game over, because, you know, honestly, okay, yeah, it's pretty much game over. You know, even if I was going to attack the what do you call that shit? The Whimsicott. It would not do anything, because obviously it has a fucking Cotton Guard. So I'm just so sad. Still put this up there because, you know, I just kind of wanted to show you some of the movements, and maybe if you can learn from this shit, which could potentially help some people out. Honestly, would be pretty cool. Right now, I'm looking at my thumbnail, which is pretty sexy, obviously. Clickbait as fuck. That's what I'm really proud of. And what I have right now is on... this is for the month of June. I have a win streak of, let's see, is it 43 or 42? I'll put up a screenshot right here so you guys can see. Not fucking photoshopped or anything. If you guys are wondering, this is complete bullshit. You know, obviously, you know, maybe if I remember, I'll even put a fucking video of it. So, but yeah, into another match. Pretty sexy. We have the before buff Lugia, so I'm not really scared of that shit. So let's see. Right now, I'm recording this on my underwear and laying on my bed because honestly, you know, I was just like, okay, let's fucking do this. I was playing Duel in my, you know, in my bed, half naked, and I'm like, okay, I'm really hyped to fucking do this. And by the way, there we go. I get a really lucky fucking roll right there, so that's pretty sexy. You know, was playing half naked, pretty nice, you know, pretty sexy and all that shit. But what the hell was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, whatever. I was like, okay, I have to do this. He doesn't have any 3 MP Pokemon, so that's pretty good. So that means you can jump into the middle, and you're not going to be surrounded by anything. So that's always pretty good. Let's see, what is this guy going to do? I'm pretty sure he has, you know, I didn't really see his plates. You know, obviously all of this is fucking sped up, so I can't really see that that much. And there we go, he has a hurdle jump, and right now I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, and I'm going to try... Oh, fucking nice, dude. Okay, I was going for the stealth hit, because obviously if you go for that, free hurdle jump, and I can fucking win. Right now I'm just looking at the Curlia. I really miss the Curlia. I used her in, you know, some of my... And by the way, this is fucking game over. I used the Curlia in, you know, very early stages of my Duel career, as per se. Because so many people were running the shop, and I was so fucking annoyed by it. And also, overall, it's a really nice piece. The fucking purple attack is so sexy. You know, I think it's, I think the Curlia is even better than the Gardevoir because of its purple attack, just because of it. And even though, you know, even if you say it's not, then obviously it's, you know, the fucking Gardevoir is only good, or is only better than the Curlia because of the... what do you call that shit? And by the way, I got an EX ingot. That's pretty good. You know, it's only better because it has a couple more damage, but the purple on Gardevoir's fucking wheel, it's not that great either. I mean, Curlius is obviously better. It won me so many games when I was a noob. So that was pretty sexy. Let's see, getting pretty close right here to this bullshit. You know, I didn't really see my rating. Let me just go ahead and increase my... my screen size right here. Okay, so 2264. Yeah, I guess the, you know, as you can see by the thumbnail, you know, I guess the reason why this video is so long, you know, is because obviously I get my master rating in this fucking episode, so that's pretty sexy. Let's see, always trying to buy some fucking turns with the Metagross, you know, obviously not so, what do you call that shit? Obviously not so effective anymore, you know, because I've seen so many less people using the Oxys deck. I think in my 43 matches this month, I've only ran into it like, What do you call that shit? Maybe like once or twice, and no, then it's only one. I think it's only one, or even none. Okay, I'm not really gonna make up any bullshit facts. But you know, I don't really see them anymore, and I don't see them on the featured matchups anymore. So that's pretty good. All right, let's see. Trying to knock out the fucking Phantom, and holy fuck, he gets the free Trevenant or Treviant, to what I've seen some other people fucking say. This is just so sad, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck do I do? Overdrive that shit, and you know, just try to do this. Go for that shit because I can still do some stuff. Because even if the Ho-Oh was to, you know, go on the offensive, you know, he still has 2 MP. He can't really do that much. So yeah, let's see right here. Tell me, please tell me I used a hurdle jump. I don't think so, because that would have been a fucking stupid ass mistake against the. And by the way, this was yeah, this was a pretty fucking stupid mistake. I didn't remember that you can go over there with 3 MP. You know, I was like, okay, he can get there with 4, so I'm pretty safe. So I was like, fucking idiot. Anyway, I do get the imprison once again, and I'm like, fucking hell. Anyway, 5 to 4 right now. I get the hurdle jump, so now the Mew has to cover that shit, and I do get a free surround against the Zapdos, because I don't think the guy has a gold block, and even if he does, you know, it would still be pretty wise to back off of the Mew and that shit. One of the entries covered, so I go for the Mew, and oh fuck, I get the shuttle flip. This is fucking bullshit. Anyway, going for the Moltres right here. I try to do one more, and boom, okay. But because of Moltres, he can just freely jump over it. I just decide to attack him once again. Try to go for the lucky yellow into purple. Sadly, doesn't happen. I'm like, oh fuck, what should I do now? So luckily, I do have both Reshiram and my Zekrom on the field. Right now, I'm not really afraid of the Ho-Oh because I can just throw in the Sceptile or put my, you know, my Reshiram to block that shit, and that would be pretty cool. If you respin all that shit, whatever. Right now, I can't really afford. Oh fuck, this is so bad, dude. Right now, I can't really afford to kill the Ho-Oh. I really don't want the Mew or the Zapdos in the fucking field once again. That would be so sad. Anyway, however, that just still fucking happens, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, please. Anyway, get the Zapdos, and I'm like, oh, shit, what should I do? Okay, so right now he can't really jump over that shit because obviously, you know, I'm going to be able to surround it. Mew lands on the white attack, which makes it a lot easier for it to get fucking knocked out. I decide to get for the to go for the entry point because obviously, you know, fucking Articuno as an attack stance, it's not really, you know, good against neither Zapdos or nor the fucking Moltres, so that's pretty sad. I just decided to go for one of the entry points, and I'm like, peace. Okay, so the Trevenant just kind of has to go like, what the fuck do I do? Anyway, I do get the Destiny Bond, and one of those is going to go to, well, I mean, both are going to go to the, I was going to call it the graveyard, because I was thinking of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, but whatever. So yeah, are going to go to the Pokemon Center. Moltres comes back in. I really don't want to make this another fucking, what do you call that shit? Another, another 4v5, yeah. But yeah, I'm like, fucking hell, what should I do? So what's gonna happen here? Since I don't have my Reshiram, with a chain level, I'm like, what the fuck should I do, dude? Because the Ho-Oh is obviously chain leveled, and I really don't want to fucking get into that. Obviously, well, that's just pretty fucking sad. And by the way, I think I saw that. Let's see. Oh, never mind. So that was pretty stupid because the chain level on the Ho-Oh is on the Gust, which is pretty fucking weird. I mean, you don't really want to do that. Anyway, right now I am up on time, which is pretty good. I am a little bit, like, around 1 minute and a half and shit, so that's pretty good. Right now, I am threatening the Mew surround, which is pretty good. He just decides to back off, and peace. Okay, both of us land a blue attack. I'm not really sure why, when I keep commentating, my nose gets a little bit clogged. Maybe it's the position I'm in, but, you know, it's not really that bad. Anyway, I'm like, what should I do here? And I just decide to advance to that shit because I really don't want the fucking Ho-Oh. I do get the stealth hit, which I didn't do anything, and right now it's so fucking good because now if the Ho-Oh moves, I'm able to get the entry point right away. Thankfully, though, I do get the favorable matchup here, and I am able to turn it into a 4v3. I do still have my gold... No. Is it? Never mind, I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, the Ralts is going to be able to, like, do, like, some fucking nasty shit, but thank the fucking lords, I do get the Fusion Bolt, I think it's for Zekrom. that's pretty good. Right there, I am so fucking unlucky. Not a good matchup whatsoever. Greninja into the legendary birds. It's just not a good matchup whatsoever. The only thing that you can hope for is to get the, what do you call that shit? The, you know, the blue to just kind of neutralize that shit. And I mean, that's just not fucking good whatsoever. And you can also hope to get the yellow into their purple attack. So I guess that's okay. The Trevenant going to come up right here. My fucking thing is lagging just a little bit. Let's see, and it's gone. Okay, so that's okay. Didn't really notice on the time, but I'm like, okay, so that's so fucking good. Edger 0304 falls to the mightiest kaozbender here, and thankfully I finished with around 2 minutes off a difference. Pretty good. So, I mean, this was pretty even all around. I mean, it started to turn in my favor at around the end. So, you know, it's not as if it was, like, super close, you know, from beginning to end. But, you know, if you see that it's going this way, just don't fucking spend time. Just fucking, I mean, do quick movements, quick defending, and, you know, just get into that shit. Let's see. As I am jumping right now, let me just go ahead and minimize this shit. I'm pretty sure this is going to be my last matchup, which is going to give us the Master Tier. So that is just so fucking good, and I really want to get this over with because I really need to take a shit. Let's see. This is a fucking cheesy deck. Okay, if you see Shuppet, Deoxys Speed, and Ghastly in the deck, take your runner and go straight for your fucking goal, because this is what's gonna happen. This guy has a fucking swap spot. This is a noob cheese fucking deck. What will happen if you're not aware of it, right? The Deoxys is going to go into one of your inner entry point, not entry points, into one of your inner things where I put the Sceptile. It's gonna go there. You are instinctively going to fucking block the Deoxys, and then the Shuppet or the Ghastly are going to be right behind the Deoxys. What's gonna happen then? You know, you can do whatever, but if you don't take them out, it's like, oh fuck, dude, and what do I do? They're gonna swap spot, and the Shuppet or the Ghastly are gonna go straight to your fucking, you know, to your goal. So that's pretty sad. Cheese number 2, he puts the Meowth in there. I just go for, you know, the Sceptile right there, because obviously the fucking Meowth can potentially fake out into your goal, and, you know, you really don't want to fucking lose the cheese. Right there I get kind of lucky, I guess. I mean, it's to be expected. The Metagross into the Deoxys Speed. It's a really good matchup. I mean, you can't really, you know, I mean, it's not really that bad, I guess. I see that this guy has a hurdle jump, so if I move my Metagross, there's going to be a chance that I am going to be kind of in trouble, because the fucking Mew is going to be able to take it. So I'm like, what the fuck should I do? You know, right here I'm expecting the fucking thing to hurdle jump over my Metagross, and that is exactly what happens. This is not... Well, I mean, it's looking okay, but I just go for the attack, and... Peace! Fuck! Nice! Okay, thankfully I do get the 90, which is half the wheels, so that was a really nice, like... you know, I guess it's like around 1 in 4 chances that you get it, because, you know... I mean, the 90 attack in the Metagross is not really half of it, but, you know, yeah, I'm not really fucking sure of what I'm fucking saying right now. Anyway, let's see, I do get the Greninja, thankfully. He lands a dodge, nice! Fucking nice, dude. Okay, I knock out the Greninja. Right now, it's 3 knockouts to 0. Instead of advancing with the Metagross, I just decide to go into the Reshiram. Super fucking sexy. And right now, this is looking so bad for this guy. He only has Meowth, Deoxys Speed, Shuppet, and the Ghastly. There is, like, no way in fucking hell that this guy is going to be... right there, I should have fucking hurdle jump. I mean, stealth hit. Because I was going to be able to deal with... to surround the Meowth. But yeah. So, yeah, this guy has these fucking things, and I'm like, oh, shit, what do I do? Oh, nice! Okay, sadly, I don't have the, the fucking, what do you call that? The Zekrom in the field. That would have been just so fucking good. But anyway, it's just, you know, again, right now I have 4 knockouts, which is so fucking good. Right there, I just decide, okay, fuck it. Now I need to get my, my Zekrom in there to kind of surround, the Meowth. I was going to say Ghastly, but, you know, you can't really surround the Ghastly, so, yeah. And finally, I just decide to finally make it the 6-figure, you know, board, I guess. Right now, it's 4 to 6, you know, even though it's really, it was 2 on 6 when I said that, but whatever. I decided to back off. I'm not really sure why I did that, but, you know, I guess it's a good move. I mean, I'm up in time, I'm up in figures, you know, it can't really hurt. So the Greninja goes over there. I'm still kind of not, I'm not sure of what's happening, but thankfully I do get a Vanish with the Zekrom, and this is exactly, you know, again, why you want to put the Zekrom into the Mew if you have a Reshiram and Zekrom combo. It's just so fucking good, and yeah. So just checking this guy's plates. I mean, the only good thing right now on you know, in the field are his, you know, the Greninja, and also on his entire deck, because I mean the Mew I believe was a little bit better than the Greninja, I guess, because the Hyper Voice into my Sceptile, into my Metagross, into my Reshiram and Zekrom, even though I think let me see, Reshiram. Oh yeah, it's still there. But yeah, let's see. I do decide to move with my Zekrom, and right now I'm kind of guessing that he's going to go for, yeah, there we go, for the Deoxys. But there, I just decide to cap both of those shit, and you know, both of his entry points, you know, as if this was fucking completely one-sided. Right there, I do get super lucky once again, and now all the fucking threats on the field are completely gone. Decide to move with my Articuno, which is pretty fucking nice. Right now, the Shuppet can't really do fucking anything, and to turn it even more useless, you know, fucking, I mean, yellow, I mean, this is another reason why I always carried the Greninja, especially, you know, right after I got it, because it's such a good counter to, and by the way, I do decide to BM a little bit. It's just such a good counter to the Shuppet, so, yeah, that's pretty good. Anyway, so this guy's like, oh, fuck, what should I do? Does he forfeit? Does he do anything with his plates? Only time will tell. I'm pretty sure, let me see in my... Okay, I don't really know what's happening here. Let's see. I think he just, okay, my timeline says it's still a little bit. You know, I mean, I think he lets the time run a little bit, which, you know, kind of gives me some time to talk to you guys. You know, basically, if you're watching to this point, you know, the reason why this was so fucking delayed was because, you know, obviously, I got episodes 1 and 2, I saw that, you know, the views weren't that great, so I was like, okay, you know, I can put 2 of these a week, so that'll be okay. But then, you know, as I was doing that, I got a new job, which, you know, is, I work from 7 to 10, and then I have free from 10 to 4, and then I work again from 4 to 9, right? So most of my day is cut off. You might be like, oh, well, that gives you plenty of time to upload videos and shit. But, you know, there I just work out. I just, you know, get home to play games and, you know, all that shit. And, you know, most of the day is just like, peace, right? So, what happened was that, what'd you call this shit? You know, after that, obviously, I'm just kind of tired. And, you know, Saturdays, I work for like half the day. I work from 7 to 3, and after that I'm just kind of tired, so I just come back and, you know, have a little nap, whatever. During the night I hang out with a GF, and on Sundays I hang out with the family and also with my girlfriend. So yeah, most of the time I'm not even, you know, playing games anymore. The only games that I play right now are a little bit of League. I'm playing a little bit of a game called Kabla Online, and let's see, this is going to be a time up, or is this guy going to do something stupid? Kabla Online, and also he decided to fucking do that, and I just decided, okay, check it out. If you ever see that, just do this. It adds more insult to injury. That's so fucking sexy. Okay, that's why I wanted to left this in here so you guys could see. It's you know, it was pretty BM on my part, but the fact that he did that, you know, only tells you that he deserved that shit. Anyway, so that was pretty much it. League promotion in 6 LP, and boom, there we go. Road to Master League successfully completed. We got the promotion. Nice. Okay, so right now, I've been talking for half an hour, and if you guys remember at the beginning, I said that I was going to go out with the GF and whatever, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let's see, what the fuck do I do after this? You know, I guess I kind of show you my win streak and whatever. What is this? Okay, so I have, how much do I have here? Let's see, best win streak, what is it? Okay, so 19, and I am 41 and 5, which is pretty fucking sexy. And my highest rank of 2731. Nice. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's see, I don't think I do anything else after this. Is it? Okay, I just showed some fucking random shit. But yeah, I think right now I just show the ranking. I'm, you know, pretty sure. Okay, you know, just a fucking daily missions, whatever. So I take that shit. What do I get? Oh yeah, I guess I get the fucking what do you call that? The special mission, whatever. Take that shit. What am I gonna get? Please tell me it's gems. No, I don't think so. Okay, so this was after the nerf that they went to the fucking 70 gems, whatever. And let's see, what do I get? What do I get? And 30 gems, not bad. Alright, so that was it. That was pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for the last episode. Have a great day. We'll see you then.